Plastics account for up to 95% of marine pollution. Despite efforts to limit negative impacts, more than 8 billion metric tons of plastic are still discarded into the ocean every year. Commonly used plastics are inexpensive to make. They are composed of synthetic materials that aren't biodegradable and can absorb and concentrate toxic chemicals. Plastic particles found in the surface ocean accumulate and break down into smaller pieces called microplastics or ocean confetti. This is hazardous for marine life, as accidental consumption can lead to reduced rates in reproduction, metabolic processes, growth, and increased rates in starvation and death. Once it enters the food chain, humans are at risk too.
Let's take a look at production methods of plastic, how they contribute to the global crisis of marine pollution. Global plastic production began in the 1950s, and over the past 70 years, the rates have increased exponentially due to a shift in industry, manufacturing, and consumption of single-use products. The dominant source of plastic comes from the packaging industry. It generated 146 million metric tons, and due to the short 6-month lifespan of disposable products, packaging created 141 billion metric tons of waste in 2015 alone. Waste management has improved, but data from 2015 shows that 25.5% of waste was incinerated, 55% was discarded, and only 19.5% was recycled. In fact, over 90% of plastics ever created have not been recycled, and as a result, almost 150 million metric tons of plastic exist in the ocean today.
Think about this. A plastic bottle is used once but can take 450 years to biodegrade. In order to stop and reverse these effects, we need to look at the life cycle of plastic products. We need to address the root of the problem, not just the symptoms. We're still going to use plastic products, but we need biodegradable or reusable alternatives that limit negative environmental impact. Responsibility often falls on the individual, but companies that create these products need to be held accountable for their contribution to pollution. Efforts are already being made by groups like Greenpeace, who conducted a global ocean cleanup and found that only 10 companies were responsible for most marine plastic pollution. In order to protect our environment and our health, we need sustainable alternatives. Holding companies accountable for the life cycle of products is crucial to changing the status quo to ensure a bright future.